Well, good morning. Welcome to the Salt Lake Center for Spiritual Living. Boy, you picked a great day to come, and what a great way to start out the month of October. I see that not all of you are going to conference this weekend, so I'm glad you're here. And welcome to all those tuning in on our Love Stream service this morning. Let's get busy and sing together. We're celebrating the wonder of finances. I know it sounds boring, but you'd be surprised, and you will be. Let's sing together our opening song. This is called All That I Need to Be Free. One, two, 3, 4.
I've been blind to everything except what's wrong. I am caught between some heavy rocks in various hard places. I've been numb to everything except the faith. Now my soul pushes through the din and darkness with an open heart and mind. I begin to see I am free to be all of me, because God has made me and God has given me all that I need to be free. I dance because I am joy. I love because I am love. I live because I am light. I shine because I am a light. I fly because I am freedom. I know because I am wisdom. I rise because I am power. I give because my cup is full. I am free to be all of me, because God has made me and God has given me all that I need to be free. I dance because I am joy. I love because I am love. I live because I am light. I shine because I am a light. I fly because I am freedom. I know because I am wisdom. I rise because I am power. I give because my cup is full. I am free to be all of me, because God has made me and God has given me all that I need to be free. God has given me all that I need to be free.
Good morning. Welcome to all of you right here in this room and to our virtual love streaming community. If you are love streaming with us, we'd love you to share your name and where your location is. Like, where are you watching from? Bad grammar, my dad just said in my head. We are so very grateful to get to spend this time with you this morning. My name is Linda Brewer, and I'm blessed to be your service host today. Our service practitioners are Farrell Zeman, who will share a reading and prayer with us, and Teresa Martin is our practitioner holding high watch. Throughout this service, Teresa will be in prayer, supporting us and knowing that the best and highest is unfolding as we share this sacred time together. Our center is a spiritual community that teaches a philosophy for daily living based on spiritual principles and practices that are universal among religions. We honor every pathway by which people seek to know and connect with the divine, and we work on our individual consciousness so that we can help make the world a better place. So I invite you all to join me in saying together our purpose statement, and as we do, I invite you to ask yourself, how can I be a more welcoming person here? So let's say this together. We are an open, welcoming community, celebrating our divinity, loving our humanity, and nurturing our journeys of spiritual discovery. Thank you. It's a new month, so the focus of our year's theme of living everyday wonder has shifted again. And this month, as Rick said, our wonder is focused on finances. The topic for today is swimming in the infinite ocean, and our own dear Reverend Myrna Hirst will start us on this wondrous journey and help us to know what to expect as we go through the topics throughout the month. Next week, we'll be welcoming back Megan Silito, who specializes in connecting spirituality and prosperity. So don't miss that. I am very well aware that the announcements are no one's favorite part of the service. But please bear with us in the coming weeks because we have so much going on this month. If you want to tune me out, you're welcome to do that, but please, if you do, please browse the activities table this morning, subscribe to our weekly newsletter, or check out our website, www.spirituallyfree.org. The website is the easiest way to reach out to us during the week, to submit a prayer request, or just to find out what's coming up, and lots is, so please stay tuned in there. Today at 12:30, we have a special concert from today's guest musician. She has been described as a cross between an earthy Enya, Joan Baez, and Tina Fey. Celia Farran is a singer, songwriter, comedian, activist, and all-around everyday goddess and high priestess of herself. Following a shared lunch, we will have the opportunity to experience a whole lot more of the blessing of this multi-talented woman with her awesome concert. We hope you will all stick around for that special treat. Remember that the weekly sound bath service is on Wednesday night from 6:30 to 8:30. It's a great way to refresh your body, mind, and spirit with the healing sounds and meditation of Shanti Kiefer and her guest musicians. So if you are here for the very first time, now that I've told you a little bit about who we are, and you're willing to let us know that, if you'll raise your hand, we would love to welcome you. So there's somebody here and somebody back there. Thank you for being with us this morning. I think you're in for a treat, and we affirm for you and for everyone here that wherever you are on your spiritual journey, that you will experience a blessing here this morning. It has been a very eventful week since last Sunday, and I'm happy to get to share some really great news with you. First of all, I'm really thrilled to report that we may have found our new spiritual home. The board is in the process of negotiating about that, so we're not going to tell you yet. But when the news is final, we will let you know all the whens and wheres of the move and the dates we will need your help to pack up, move, and to donate all the things that we're not taking with us because they no longer serve us. And nature abhors a vacuum, so when we release things we don't need, more good comes to us. Secondly, thanks to many hours of perseverance, some deep investigative skills, and great technical know-how on the part of Shemaine Charette, who, yes, is back to using her name we know and love, our email, and which Rick never gave up, our email address of office.assistant@spirituallyfree.org has been restored. Hallelujah. That really is a big thing. I know some of you could care less, but it's a big thing. And lastly, it's only 2 weeks from today when we will be welcoming a wonderful candidate to be our new senior minister, Reverend Cindy Edelson. Reverend Cindy will spend Friday evening and Saturday morning with our practitioners, our ministry council, our board of trustees, before we all gather for a social time on Saturday afternoon from 3 to 5. This will be an unstructured kind of time where you'll have the opportunity to just meet her, ask her questions, talk to her, introduce yourself to her, some one-on-one time, and it's a great time for us to get together socially. Then she will be our Sunday speaker on the 16th. Then we'll have a shared lunch, and then she'll be offering a wonderful workshop called Letting It Go, a time of releasing the clutter in our homes, our emotions, our minds, and our hearts. Yes, really, how timely with our move. There are flyers on the activities table, and we encourage you to invite a new friend to attend this with you, maybe somebody that's new to the center. It's really important that you share this time with us so that you can give us your input about how well you think she will fit here at our center. We will have evaluation forms for everyone to use to give us your feedback. So you can only get one of those if you're here, because you can't evaluate her if you haven't stayed here to experience her. So even if you're one of our normal online watchers, maybe you want to come and be here in person so you can give us your feedback. So that's it, and it's really lovely to have so much good news to share. It's been a very exciting week. And as I do whenever I'm up here, I remind you that our center was founded on, and it is grounded in prayer. Our professional prayer practitioners are trained in the art and the science of affirmative prayer, and they stand ready to know the truth for you. If you're facing a situation where all you can see is the stuff and you can't recognize the truth, that's what our practitioners are here to do, is to hold you in that higher consciousness and support you in knowing that the best and highest is unfolding in your life. So you can grab one wearing a purple stole after the service, put a prayer request in the prayer box, or submit one online. And if you do that, the practitioners will all pray for you this week. So this is the time in our service where we focus on prayer, so I invite you to settle in. Allow Farrell's reading and the sacred music to connect you with that spirit that lives within you, and then Farrell will lead us in prayer.
This reading is titled Falling Upward by a person named Richard Rohr. The ego, or personality, or small self, and most of all, the institutions that we humans have created, demand a tit-for-tat universe where we must pay for any mistake we make. Yet our higher self, the truth of who we are, swims in a sea of abundance, grace, and freedom, which cannot always be organized in a way that makes sense to our human self. But the God I have met and been loved by in my life journey is always an experience of how much more. If we are created in the image and likeness of the divine, then whatever good, true, or beautiful things we can say about humanity or creation, we can say of God exponentially. God is the beauty of creation and humanity multiplied into the infinite power, and we are its reflection and embodiment, swimming in an infinite ocean of possibility. I'm going to read the last paragraph again. God is the beauty of creation and humanity multiplied to the infinite power, and we are its reflection and embodiment, swimming in an infinite ocean of possibility.
I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my peace over the mountains. I send my peace over the sea. I send my peace into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my prayer over the mountains. I send my prayer over the sea. I send my prayer into the heavens, and it returns to me, and it returns to me.
And we embrace that love that permeates our body. It surrounds us. It fills this entire space where we are all assembled together. That love, that oneness with the divine, that is the ever-present life force within us. And so I give thanks for that. I open to the messages that are being delivered today and the inspiration that comes, and align myself with that openness so that I elevate just a bit from this experience. And so I give thanks for that. I give thanks that everyone is here to participate in it. And in that gratitude, I release these words into the law, claiming them into being, as together we say, and so it is.
So one of the forms in finances, one of the forms of our abundance, is a very provocative and sometimes good, most times good, sometimes bad. Money. We're going to sing a song about money. We're going to be brash, unapologetic. We're going to have fun and sing about money. Oh, I hope you sing along with us. This is called Money is Coming to Me. I dare you to sit still. 1, 2, 3. Money is coming to me. 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 I can just feel it. Isn't that fun? Thanks for singing along. It's my pleasure to introduce our special music today. Leslie Monroe introduced the idea of this young lady coming and sharing her talents. I had never heard of her, and shame on me. I mean, she's been all over the country sharing her gifts. She is a one-woman band. She's hilarious. She's philosophical. She has some sass and a soaring voice. And I want her to explain one of the most amazing musical accoutrements. You'll see a bunch of instruments up there, but we have a technology that's just truly amazing that allows her to be this woman band. She is the queen of Looper. That's a company. Looper. Let's welcome Celia Farran.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rick. Okay, yes, I will explain it. At my feet there is a device called a looper. I call her Cindy. Cindy Looper, she'll help me do this. And what I'll do is I'll record a track, and then I play it back. And then I record on top of that, and I play that back. And then I'll record on top of that, and then I'll play that back. So by the end, you'll hear lots of different instruments and voices. It's all happening live and in real time. This song is called Please Bless This Space. So let's bless this beautiful space. Please bless this space. Please bless this space. Please bless the space, the sanctuary, all around, below, above. Please bring us peace and protection. May all who enter be nourished with love. Alleluia, amen. Ah, oh, blessed be, allow it in. Alleluia, amen. Ah, oh, blessed be, so it is. Please bless this space, this sanctuary, all around, below, above. Please bring us peace and protection. May all who enter be nourished with love. Alleluia, amen. Ah, oh, blessed be, allow it in. Alleluia, amen. Ah, oh, blessed be, so it is. Please bless this space, this sanctuary, all around, below, above. Please bring us peace and protection. May all who enter be nourished with love. Alleluia, amen. Ah, oh, blessed be, allow it in. Alleluia, amen. Ah, oh, blessed be, so it is. Please bless this space, this sanctuary, all around, below, above. Please bring us peace and protection. May all who enter be nourished with love. Alleluia, amen. Ah, oh, blessed be, allow it in. Alleluia, amen. Ah, oh, blessed be, so it is. Please bless this space, bless this space, this sanctuary all around, below above. Please bring us peace and protection. Keep us safe. May all who enter be nourished with love. Hallelujah, amen. Oh, blessed be. Allow it in, let it in now. Hallelujah, amen. Oh, blessed be. So it is. Please bless this space, please bless this sanctuary all around. Please bring us peace. May all who enter be nourished with love. Allow it in, let it in now. Blessed be, so it is. Blessed be, so it is. Thank you.
Thank you. I've been wanting to know how to clone myself. I need to talk to you, see if this will work for me. Wow, that was awesome. Thank you. So I introduced Myrna last month, and shared a whole bunch of stuff that she's done. And if I were to share with you all the things that Reverend Myrna Hirst has done to serve our center in her many years here, it would take as long as the amount of time she has available to talk. So I'm going to let her talk instead of me. I don't think there's an area of our ministry in which she hasn't served except music. Have you been part of our music? The choir or something? There is no area of our ministry in which Reverend Myrna has not served. Truly, if we didn't have her, we would have to invent her. She is such a blessing in my life and in the life of our center. Please welcome my dear friend, Reverend Myrna Hirst.
I promise you, you don't want me to be part of the music. I can just tell you that right now. Okay, I gotta say, our musician, bless your heart, wasn't she having fun? Speaking isn't that much fun. Maybe I should rather do the music. You want to trade? No, it's so good to be here this morning. And there are people here. You all aren't down at the conference. What's that about, huh? Wrong church. No, there's no such thing as a wrong church. There's one true church, and it's everywhere. So today, well, one of the first things I want to do as we get started is to say it's about money, but it's about more than money. This whole month is about the wonder and the magnificence and the joy and the fascination that we all have with money and what it'll buy. But more than that, well, the talk today is about that infinite ocean of possibility. And that infinite ocean of possibility for the next 4 weeks, 5 weeks actually, is going to be a lot of fun. My job today is to talk about the first part. So they've kind of split it up this way. The first week, we're going to talk about, it's almost like spiritual mind treatment, or the first 4 chapters of the science of mind. We're going to immerse you a little bit about what possibilities what God really is. So my job is to tell you what God is today, and I'm going to do that. And God is money. Okay. Nobody thinks that's funny. I think that's funny. Okay. So today we're going to talk about what God is. And I got to start by telling you a story, and I will in a second. Next week, Megan, how does she pronounce her last name? Silito? She really is the magnificent person to put the second week together, which is how we are part of that abundance, prosperity, wealth, whatever we want to call it. So she's going to tell that part of the story, and then of course we're going to get Cindy Edelson. And I've met her, and I like her, and you're in for a treat. Then the last 2 weeks we're going to talk about how to create real wealth in your life, and I don't have that part. So I have the first part, which is to talk about who or what is God. And I'm going to start by telling you a story. It's a story of two little fish swimming along, little young kind of guy fish. Let's call them teenage fish. Swimming along, having a good time, enjoying the day. And a bigger fish, an older fish, comes along, and just in greeting, he says, "Hey, fellas, how's the water?" And then he walks on, swims away. And one little fish turns to the other fish and says, "Hey, what's water?" Do you get the connection? We live in God. We live in this abundance, this prosperity that we almost never see because it's so close to us. We aren't aware that it is not us. And it is not. So, what is God? Got a couple of answers for that. One of them is from actually, did you know that Ernest Holmes wrote a little book called Money, a Spiritual Idea? He did. He wrote a book about money. And he says there's a mental atmosphere all around us. It is mind and it is intelligence. It knows, feels, hears, sees, and understands everything. It is universal. That is, it is ever present. It is always where we are. It is receptive. It receives our thoughts, and it has power to do anything, to produce anything, to create anything. This sounds a lot to me like God. And a nice way of putting it, Emerson gives us the idea that God is one mind, that we all think out of this mind, that we all use the same mind as in the creation of our lives and in everything that we do. That makes God the creator, doesn't it? I hope that the word God is okay with you guys. If you have a problem with that, we'll talk about that in a minute. Bottom line is, God is whatever. It's the water that we swim in. It is the infinite world of possibilities that we live in. And it is whatever you decide it is. So some of us like the word God. Some of us would never use the word God because it brings up all kinds of, oh my God, what am I going to do? And money does the same thing. The word money creates all kinds of thoughts in our minds because it's not supposed to be spiritual. Does that make sense? Anybody out there? Okay. Okay. So we need, each one of you gets to decide what kind of God you want to put into your consciousness, because it's the God that you've got an idea about that's going to help you get to this thing. Does that make sense? So some of you have the idea of I don't know, a Santa Claus kind of God, or a mommy kind of God, or a daddy kind of God that always is there for you and always is helpful to you. And some of you can't get a handle on the fact that this God is anthropomorphic. Some of us have to say that God is energy, or whatever words we like to use for that kind of thing. And the word mind is kind of fits into that thing. But there are those of us who just can't get to the idea that it's okay to call God God. We need to call it spirit or divine essence or it. Sometimes people call God it because it works for them. What's this? What is this?
Mine.
What is it?
Mine.
It's mine? Okay. Come get it. I'm serious. If it's yours, come get it. Okay. You're welcome. Okay, what just happened? I gave away a piece of paper. There's another piece of paper. Anybody want it? No. We give it its power, don't we? We decide what it is. I can remember when I was a little girl, I knew where money came from. It came from the grocery store. And the reason I knew that is because I'd go to the grocery store with my mom when she bought groceries. And when we got ready to pay for the groceries, she'd give somebody a piece of paper and they'd give her coins back. And that's where the money came from, because I thought the money was coins. I couldn't get my head around, it didn't even occur to me that it was anything other than that. So that's where our money came from the grocery store. So our idea of God is that it can be anything you want it to be. You can call it whatever you want. You can call it mind, you can call it patience, you can call it money. Some people do. Or you can just decide what it is for you and use that thing. What I suggest that you don't use is that old vindictive God from the Old Testament. Because when you start using a God like that, that gets you in all kinds of problems. Okay, where are we? So let's move on to, we got to move on. The nature of money itself. It really is just a piece of paper. The lights went out. Good, they're back. And I want to start with giving us some ideas about some of the words that we use around, not just money, but what it means. We call it wealth sometimes, don't we? Call it prosperity. Call it abundance. But all of those words have different meaning. I don't know whether you knew that, but I went and looked it up. Abundance means a relative degree of plentifulness. We can have an abundance of people in the audience. We can have an abundance of wisdom. We can have an abundance of pain and an abundance of need. So it's just a relative degree of how much there is. That's abundance. Prosperity is the condition of being successful or thriving. That's what Webster says. Prosperity is about being successful. So maybe that means money. It certainly means, for this lady over here, being musical and also at the same time technologically magic and at the same time having a good time. That really is prosperity because she's successful at what she's doing. Wealth is more like abundance. It's an abundant supply, a sound, healthy, or prosperous state. That's what wealth is. And just like prosperity and abundance, it can be a wealth of anything, can't it? If it's a wealth of money, then that means that you get to figure out how to use it. Because the wealth is from how you use it, not from what it is. Money is nothing more than what Rick and I just did. It's a medium of exchange. And I'll get even later, Rick. No, I will not. No, I will not. So what keeps us from feeling abundant? Does everybody here know that they're absolutely wealthy? Raise your hand if you do. Many of you do. Good. You got it. So we can stop now and go back to doing music. I'm happy with that. What does money mean for you? Is money the root of all evil? You go like this. Okay. If not, what is it? What was the idea of God's relationship to wealth that you grew up with? Mine was that the money came from the grocery store. What did you believe when you were a kid about money? Any of you have parents that said, we can't afford that? There was never enough. What else? Everybody needed it, huh? And what you were supposed to do when you grow up was to earn a lot of it, make a lot of it. Isn't that interesting? Huh? And we shouldn't talk about it. That's really, maybe that's why y'all are being so quiet. Of course we should talk about it. Of course we should talk about it. Money is a spiritual thing. Money is God in expression. It's nothing more than a way of sharing with people. You know, back in the olden days, if you wanted to get groceries, you had to trade a hen for the groceries or something physical. So money was just created because it was more convenient than trading things. And so money is convenience. And of course we should talk about it. But that did come out, didn't it? I was raised by parents who were raised during the Depression. And so for them, money was safety and security. Is it? You get to decide. And your hidden beliefs tell the story. They really do. Here's one for you. Can we conceive of an infinite oneness, a God, that wants itself and its creation to live in poverty? Can you imagine a God who loves poverty? Yes, no. Okay. Of course not. It's kind of important how it's used, isn't it? The way that we use the money we receive is important. So there are people who receive money just for the sake of having money. Try this. Take a deep breath. Okay, now take another deep breath. Don't let the other one go. Okay, take another deep breath. Keep going. One more time. You got room for another one? No, of course not. Breathing is like money. Money is like air. It comes into our lungs. We have to use it for some reason, and then it goes back out. So money or wealth or prosperity or abundance is about flow. It's about my having a $20 bill, and now Rick's got a $20 bill, and he's going to give it to somebody else for something else, because if he doesn't, it'll just sit in his wallet. That's how the world breathes a little bit, isn't it? So, getting money is a good thing. It is a good thing. And having money, enough to live on, is a very good thing. But more than that, just sits around and doesn't get anywhere. We need to decide a lot of things along the way. What do you do with the money that you get? And how do you get the money that you want? You know, we hear a lot, treat and move your feet, because we sincerely believe, that as we express a need for something or a desire for something, or as we vision something, it always comes to pass, and it always does. Then what do we do about that? So if I decided I wanted to have an abundance of money, which of course I have, if I wanted an overabundance of money, could I have it? Yeah. And how would I get it? Well, if I wish for it, it might show up. If I win the lottery, it's going to show up. All kinds of ways for it to show up. But one of the things that we say in this business is that we treat, which means that we pray, and then we have to move our feet. Has anybody heard of Edwene Gaines? Edwene wrote a book or two, and she went around and did a lot of work with people. She was at one time a very poor woman, and she used the principles of the science of mind and became very wealthy. And she did a great job of sharing it, but she tells a story. She said, when I was in this seminar, she was a single mom. And she said finances were very tight for my teenage daughter and me. Well, not just tight, we were practically starving. My daughter was rightfully quite upset at our situation. But I told her to have faith, that God is so great and he will provide for us. And I will pray about it and have the heartfelt talks with God saying, okay, God, I'm doing what you wanted, I'm doing what you asked of me, and I need you to come through for us. Then one day, a clerk at the grocery store came to call and said we had just won a gift certificate for $100 for groceries. You see, God has provided. I said, God is so great. My daughter looked at me deadpanned. Great nothing. I stood down there at that grocery store all afternoon filling out 100 entry forms for the contest. We never know how blessings are going to come to us. I love that story. So, how do you get more? You move your feet, don't you? And how do we move our feet? Well, one of the things that you do is to decide what you want. First of all, if you want money, it has to be for some reason, I would think. Otherwise, it's just a bundle of paper that sits on your desk or in your bank. Okay? So if you have money, the value in money is that it is in the flow of that money. Yeah, it's in the flow. So you set a really good goal, and a good goal for you might be having a lot of money, or it might be helping people, or it may be taking tours of the world, or it could be, you decide. And whatever that is for you, that's the right goal. It doesn't have to be a lot. I love the idea of living simply. And for me, living simply just doesn't mean that I need to have a lot of money sitting around. That's true for me. And that's as good a goal as wanting $1 gazillion in the bank. Depends on what you're going to do with it, doesn't it? It really does depend on what you're going to do with it. So once you've got a really good goal, and it's your goal, and you're happy with it, you need to move your feet a little bit to get it there, unless your goal is to sit back and let somebody else take care of you. Not my idea of a good goal, but you might like it. Okay? So once you've got a goal set, like Edwin Gaines tells us to do, set a goal, decide what it is you want to do, figure out how much it's going to cost, and then you move forward. You move your feet somehow. You say yes to the universe. Because it is perfectly possible for the money to show up. It happens all the time. If you believe it will, it does happen all the time. I'll bet Rick didn't expect that $20 bill. But he said yes. And that's really important to know. He did say yes. And then if you need help saying yes, and if you need help believing that you deserve it, which is a problem for some of us, if you need help saying that you deserve it, we've got these people called practitioners. They're going to help you find your goal. They're going to help you know that it's going to happen, and they can also say yay when you get it. So that's a good thing. That's really a good thing. Let's see. I got more to say here. But you got to clear out your hidden beliefs. You got to clear out all of the ideas about I don't deserve this. I can't handle money. It always slips through my fingers. I don't know what's wrong with me. There's something wrong with me. As we clear out our old desires, we naturally let go of old beliefs which have kept us restricted in our expression of life. We recognize the value and the vastness of spirit and its extravagant expression of life. And we recognize our oneness with its nature. Then we can stop seeing lack and limitation as a problem for many of us. So we're not going to do that anymore. We are going to move forward. I need to stop talking here pretty soon, too. Okay. Yeah. We see abundance in the universe. We can't count. This is Ernest Holmes, by the way, from The Science of Mind. We cannot count the grains of sand on a single beach. The earth contains untold riches, and the very air is vibrant with power. Why then is man weak, poor, and afraid? The Science of Mind deals with these questions. The divine plan is one of freedom. Bondage is not God ordained. Freedom is the birthright of every living soul. All instinctively feel this. The truth points to freedom under law. Thus, the inherent nature of man is forever seeking to express itself in terms of freedom. Money is freedom. We do well to listen to this inner voice, for it tells us of a life wonderful in its scope, of a love beyond our fondest dreams, of a freedom which the soul craves. That is the divine. So, homework. Your homework. Always give you homework. Practice awareness. Stay awake, and that's almost always the homework I give you. Know that the universe is for you, not against you. That whatever you choose, whatever you want, whether it's money or power or love or joy or technological wisdom or that beautiful voice, know that it's yours if you want it. Move your feet to try to get it, but always, always, always look around you. Because once you start on a pathway, you're going to find all kinds of things to support you. Have you noticed that? We've said for a period of time now that we would like to move into a new place, and it looks as if we're going to do that. We've said for a while now, it would be nice to have a nice minister. And guess what's going to happen? Guess what's going to happen? It always works that way. Things always show up when you're on the right path to your dreams. You know that. So stay awake. Do that for yourself and for me this week, will you? Because we all want to be abundant, powerful, loving, caring, joy-filled, free. That's what we got to do. So thanks for sharing with me. Y'all are awful quiet today. Let's take a little minute to go into prayer. As we recognize that divine mind, power, whatever you want to call God, is an infinite ocean in which we now are swimming, that we always swim. Take a moment to notice that the air around you and in you is just a metaphor for that. What we bring in, what we breathe out. We breathe in good, and we breathe out good. We breathe in wisdom, and we breathe out wisdom, and prosperity, and abundance, and caring, and sharing, and love. Recognizing that everyone in this room and everyone online, we are really one. We have different ideas about what we want. We have different ideas about what God is, and that doesn't matter. What does matter that we are one, swimming in the same ocean, and that is an ocean of infinite possibility. And so knowing that, we can feel love. We feel love in our hearts. We open to the infinite possibilities of the universe in all ways. And we spend this day and this week, and possibly longer, infinitely aware of the good that lies everywhere. Spend time this week. We spend time this week praising the good, accepting the abundance that is offered by the universe. As we do so, we know the work is done. The law always says, whatever you want, that's it. Yes. We accept the all good. And knowing that it's done in deep gratitude, we breathe it in. Let it be. As together we say, and so it is.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I give. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
I am so blessed. I love looking out there and seeing all of you. Wish I could see those of you out there, but I'm glad to see the folks in this room. Thank you, Reverend Myrna, for that wonderful reminder of the truth of who we are. And this is that time in our service where we participate in that spiritual practice that Reverend Myrna was talking to us about, where we recognize that there is a divine flow and that good comes to us, and the way we keep it going for us is to give it back out into the universe. And one of the things we encourage is giving it to a place where you feel spiritually fed and where you want to support others having spiritual nourishment. So we do that here at our center. So I invite you, if you will, to bring your gift into your mind, into your hand, into your heart, as we say together our giving affirmation. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Filled with gratitude, I let this be, and so it is.
All that I need comes to me. All that I need comes to me. The light of love and grace shines upon my face. All that I need comes to me. I've been set free, I'm released. I've been set free, I'm released. Burden of my past is gone away at last. I've been set free, I'm released. All that I need comes to me. All that I need comes to me. Light of love and grace shines upon my face. All that I need comes to me. All that I need comes to
Let's invite Celia Farran up to share some more music with us.
There, I'm on now. Hi, everyone. What a great center you have. You are so blessed with such great music. Give it up for this band you have here. Very cool. So lucky. And I want to thank Leslie for connecting me to Rick and Rick for inviting me here. And I will be doing a concert at 12:30. After all this, if you want to connect with me, please connect with me right after the service. I have some CDs out there so that I can reconfigure things for the concert. All right, this song has a part that you get to do. Do you want to? Okay, good. Your word of the song is yes. It's that simple. You don't have to know any other words. Well, there's another part I'll lead, but I'm going to count to 3, and then I want you to give your heartiest, most heartful yes as a shout out, okay? 1, 2, 3.
Yes!
I think there's more in you. 1, 2, 3.
Yes!
Awesome, thank you. So, I'll find my guitar here. It comes up often in the song. Every time there's a yes in the chorus. Would you do that with me?
Yes.
Thank you. Here we go. It's like this. I'm saying yes to life. I'm saying yes to love. I'm saying yes to peace. I'm saying yes to joy. I'm saying yes to possibilities I've yet to see. I'm saying yes to you. I'm saying yes to me. Do you have it? Let's try it. I'm saying yes to life. I'm saying yes to love. I'm saying yes to peace. I'm saying yes to joy. I'm saying yes to possibilities I've yet to see. I'm saying yes to you. I'm saying yes to me. Yeah. One little word can be so powerful. What you gonna say yes to today? Raising the joy, removing obstacles. Yes, 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 come on out and play. I'm saying yes to life. I'm saying yes to love. I'm saying yes to peace. I'm saying yes to joy. I'm saying yes to possibilities I've yet to see. I'm saying yes to you. I'm saying yes to me. Nice. One little word. Wait. 3 little letters known as Y-E-S. What you gonna say yes to today? Clearing the pathway for your natural bliss. Yes is my favorite word to say. I'm saying yes to life. I'm saying yes to love. I'm saying yes to peace. I'm saying yes to joy. I'm saying yes to possibilities I've yet to see. I'm saying yes to you. I'm saying yes to me. Nice. All right, you with me still? All right. When I say yes, you say yes, yes, yes. When I say life, you say life, life, life. When I say love, you say love, love, love. I'm saying yes to a life of love. I'm saying yes to life. I'm saying yes to love. I'm saying yes to peace. I'm saying yes to joy. I'm saying yes to possibilities I've yet to see. I'm saying yes to you. I'm saying yes to me. One little word makes all the difference. What you gonna say yes to today? Open your heart and give your fears a rest. Yes is my favorite way to pray. I'm saying yes to life. I'm saying yes to love. I'm saying yes to peace. I'm saying yes to joy. I'm saying yes to possibilities I've yet to see. I'm saying yes to you. I'm saying yes to me. I'm saying yes to life. I'm saying yes to love. I'm saying yes to peace. I'm saying yes to joy. I'm saying yes to possibilities I've yet to see. I'm saying yes to you. I'm saying yes to me. Yes. Thank you.
Yes!
I heard you guys back there. That was awesome.
Thank you, Celia. Fantastic. I love your energy. I love your talent and your presence. I'm really excited for your concert. I hope you all can join us. We can sell tickets right back at that table, right in the back, and then you're welcome to have lunch. We'll start the concert right at 12:30. Give Celia a chance to have you look at her CDs and meet you face to face out in the foyer. That would be great. I would love to all see you here. And Myrna, thank you for a wonderful message. Yeah, mine's coming to me.
Demonstration. Right.
Said yes. I can't wait to give this away because that's what it's for. It's just yes. See. We're going to close with one of Leslie Monroe's songs that she shared at the Posse Music Festival and got a really neat award for it. Yeah. So we're going to share this with you. It's Together We Can Change the World. Let's stand and sing this wonderful song.
Humanity is calling for a listening ear, for a vision clear, where the veil of fear is falling. Who will catch the pieces that are floating down? The time is now. We know we can do this. The universe is symphony is about to begin. When we're gathered here as one and tuning in together. We can change the world. Together, we can change the world. Circle up. Together, we can change the world. Together, we can change the world. Look on the bright side. It's an easy spin. When we all join in, there's more joy in the joyride. At the point of reconnection, our hearts expand, and together we stand in the sweet surrender. Side by side and arm in arm in the fusion of one, like the colors of the rainbow in the light of the sun. Together, we can change the world. 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 Take it, Ricardo. Together. 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 Wherever you look, it's easy to find. It starts with a simple act of kindness, like a drop in the pond. It makes a new ripple. Someone pays it forward. The miracles triple. Folks are showing up from far and wide because they feel connected from deep inside. When we join hands with one heart and one mind, we turn up the volume of love and humankind.